Fist of fun. Fist. Fun. Fist of fun. Fist of fun.
It's Fist of Fun, and please welcome your host,
I'm Stewart Lee, and I'm called Richard Herring.
Yeah, thanks, Colonel. It's often said that the devil will find work for idle hands to do, but who is there to find some fun things for those idle hands to do when the devil's work is over for the day, say about 5:30, 6 o'clock, something like that? Well, it's me and Rich here on Fist of Fun.
Fist of fun.
Fist of Fun, it's the new lifestyle show with something for everyone. From youngsters who like the fast music, swearing and obscure cultural references, to the very old who like the flashing lights and the bright, moving colours of my shirt.
That's right, and if you're part of that mid-1990s generation who feel disgusted, disenfranchised and disenchanted with the hollow vacuum of modern life, and if you haven't got any hobbies, then Fist of Fun is the show for you.
Cheer up, Stu. It's great us being on the telly, isn't it?
Yeah.
You never guess what? Earlier on, I saw Jeremy Paxman in the lift. Yeah.
Really, Rich, yeah.
I was as close to him as I am to you now. I leant over and touched his briefcase with one of my hands. And he never saw.
Oh. So what?
Jeremy Paxman, Stu, off of the telly.
Yeah, but you're on the telly now, aren't you, Rich, right? This is the telly. Everyone here is off the telly. If everyone here walked around going, oh, look, it's that bloke off the telly, no one would get anything done, would they?
Jeremy Paxman, though, Stu. Off of Newsnight, you know. Hello and welcome to Newsnight. Here's your start for 10. That's his papers he's doing there on the desk there. I'm on the news, I'm Jeremy.
Remember, this is
the
your...
news tonight
leave
is...
it now, OK? Leave it. This is your show, right? We want to hear about what you like to do in your spare time. You're the stars, and this is very much your... This is very much your show. Although it is me and Rich that get all the money for doing it, obviously, and not you. We get it.
This.
Hello, my name is Simon Quinlag, and this is my hobby spot, where I suggest the kind of hobby which anyone looking for a hobby might find to be an interesting hobby. What you will need for this week's hobby: a telephone, a clock, a tape recorder and/or pen and paper, a flask of weak lemon drink, and a voice. This hobby is a good hobby for anyone who likes collecting things and has a keen interest in facts and figures, especially if this interest is primarily about leaves and, more specifically, their size. This hobby is also a good hobby for anyone who doesn't like to ever leave the house, ever. This week's hobby is called ringing Norris McWhirter at 3 o'clock in the morning and asking him what the biggest leaf is. What you need to do: first, find out the phone number of Norris McWhirter, star of Record Breakers and keen anti-freedom campaigner. Then wait until 3 a.m. You can drink your weak lemon drink now, or you can save it until later.
5, 4,
Bees.
3,
The tiny
2,
shoes.
1.
Leave me alone.
Go.
At 3 a.m. exactly, ring the number. Remember to ask the permission of whoever pays the phone bill, or to do it secretly without telling them. It's ringing. When Norris McWhirter replies, say this sentence with your mouth. Hello, Norris McWhirter, what is the biggest leaf? Answer me! Then make a written or in taped message of Norris McWhirter's response. Do this 400 or 500 times, and you will have an archive of 3 a.m. biggest leaf inquiry Norris McWhirter responses, which you can show or play to your friends or to interested members of the public. My favourite one is, leave me alone. Please, leave me alone. Why are you doing this? Why? To do this hobby, you must ring Norris McWhirter at 3 o'clock in the morning exactly, and then ask him what the biggest leaf is. No other combination is acceptable. Bye.
So, Stu, what have you been up to this week that the folks at home there might like to try?
Well, this week I've been trying to create false certainties in my life by organising everything I own into alphabetical order on this shelf. There's a B, Buddha, C, coconut chimp, H, hardback books there that I've read, And a lot of people have said to me that doing this kind of thing is the work of an obsessive and dysfunctional man. And these are the people that have said that. There they are. And these strings indicate the exact location of their homes.
Mr. Fun.
Erupts with eye-filling excitement.
One of the things we've been thinking about this week is sex, and there's nothing funny or rude or embarrassing about sex, so there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to discuss it in a mature and grown-up way.
Nice!
Oh, yeah, there is a reason, isn't there? I forgot it's you, isn't it, Rich?
Yeah. I know all about sex, Stu. And I saw a bear lady once. It was in a magazine, but it still counts. But I haven't had a serious relationship partner for about 3 years now, for some reason.
Yeah, it's weird that, isn't it, Rich? Because mayflies, for example, right, they only have 3 hours in between hatching and dying in which to find a mate. And yet they always succeed, don't they, right? So if a small, unpleasant fly can manage to form a successful relationship in 1/8 of a day, you'd think you could have managed it in 27 years, wouldn't you?
Very funny, Stewart. You see, the thing is, I am more choosy than a fly, aren't I? I'd never try and get off with a fly, for a start. Well, not unless I was really drunk, you know. All right, Stewart, you badgered me into it with your questions. I did once get off with a fly at New Year. And it was quite good, actually, because a gnat's chuff is literally as tight as a gnat's chuff.
Yeah, Rich, but that's because a gnat's chuff, right, is literally a gnat's chuff, isn't it? Right? So what you've done there, OK, is you've misunderstood the art of simile, right? You've confused being like something, right, with being the same as something, with actually being the thing that it is, haven't you?
Yes, I have,
Obviously,
actually,
yeah.
Anyway, I've decided it's time to do something about it and see if I can find a real relationship partner rather than this string of stupid slack gnats I've been hanging around with. So last month I went out to see if there's an easy way to meet human girls.
Richard, well, let's check your details one more time, shall we? You've listed your interests as football, curry, fruit machines, video games, chips, Monty Python sketches, drinking beer, and women's wrestling.
That's right, those are all of my interests.
Right, well, we've fed the data in. Let's set the computer running.
Well, less than an hour has gone by, and I've just been told that not only has the computer come up with a match, but my perfect partner is on the way up to meet me now.
Well, Richard, here's your perfect partner, Alan Stevens.
Hello.
Hello. But Alan is a man.
Yes. To be perfectly honest, Richard, there aren't any women with similar interests to you, nor indeed to any men at all. Quite frankly, I find it's better to put people of the same sex together. They have more in common. And Alan Stevens here does like all the same things as you.
Sure do.
No offence, Alan, it's just I was hoping for a woman. No.
So was I.
There you are, you see. That's another thing you've got in common.
So, Rich, do you fancy coming down the amusement arcades in Soho? Hmm?
Well,
Come on, there's nothing funny about it.
all right then. Parrot, what I got here from this very boutique, he's dead.
No, he's not. He's alive.
Nice! Cheers. Well, there you go.
It's a terrific night out,
Well,
Alan.
that's
Thanks very
absolutely
much.
brilliant. No problem, mate. Hey, it's a shame there wasn't anywhere else on.
Yeah, I could have another 2 pints
Two
at least.
pints.
Okay.
That welcome to the tube, remember him? Oh, well.
Anyway, yeah. Suppose I better shake you by the hand
There's a big
and
shake there, bud.
give you good night.
All the best to you, mate. Yeah. Do you want to come in for coffee?
All right.
So, Rich, what happened next there?
That is between me and Alan, Stu.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing funny about it. If all men lived with men and all women lived with women, I think we'd have a much better society.
Well, only if I can watch, Rich.
Well,
It's a very clever plan, sir.
wish it were.
But, you know, Stu, it was great going out with Alan, because whenever I've taken girls out on dates like that, you know, down the arcades and porn cinemas and stuff, they've never wanted to see me again, you know. I'll never understand it, Stu. What is it that women want?
Well, Rich, I think in your case, what women want is someone else, isn't it, really? Personally, though, I like my women like I like my coffee, in a cup.
Well, we all know someone, don't we, who we don't really like, but who follows us around all the time, trying to copy us and just basically trying to be us. Well, for me and Stu, that person is Peter. He's Welsh, but he now lives in Balham in South London, and he's Britain's top lifestyle expert. Will you please welcome Peter?
Did you like that, Stu? I sort of hid behind the table and jumped up. It was like you in your crates, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like Wayne Sleep would have done for Pete. It was really good.
Hello, I'm Peter, and I've got lots of exciting lifestyle ideas that I thought up with my brother Charlie. The ideas are for absolutely everybody, but I suppose especially the young, single Welsh Balham man virgin of 31, and Charlie, who's 37. By the way, if you want to try some of these ideas, we have put them in a book, Idea, which we based on Delia Smith's One is Fun cookery book. Ours is called One is Quite Lonely, which we think is more honest in the end, really. Anyway, on with the fun and a delicious recipe. And this is a lovely cooling snack for the summer. For this, you need a piece of frozen chicken and a fork. Take the chicken out of its tray like this. Don't throw these away, by the way. They're ideal as sort of very small skips to put your rubbish in. Then take the fork, push it in the chicken. Chicken lollies. That's especially delicious with a cigarette, by the way. Anyway, next, I'd like to give you a nice personal grooming hint. Are your teeth all horrible and rotten and yellow like mine? Why not paint them with Tippex? Now, occasionally, I do spend time on my own all the time. So over the years, I've worked out lots and lots of ways of how to have fun on your own. Here are a couple you might like to try. Number 1, easy time travel. Lie on the floor, close your eyes, and when you wake up, you'll have travelled into the future by a few hours. I haven't worked out a way to get back yet. And finally, have fun in your head with words. For example, there's a van parked on my road, and on the side of it is the word rent-a-crates. And when I see it, I imagine it says Rentacrates. And some sort of ancient Greek man lives inside the van. That's my favourite. OK, time for my last recipe. This is my fridge, by the way. There you go. Hello, Paul. It's my mouse, Paul. He lives under a chop. Right, for this, you get a bit of white bread, which you push in your mouth, like this. Don't swallow it, though. Just push it down into your jowls like a hamster would. Then do the same with some red jam, a custard cream, and finally, a great big swig of sherry. Instant trifle.
Fist.
Over the next few weeks, what we want you to do is send us anything that you might think we'll find sort of amusing or interesting in any way. Could be something you've drawn or made, or something you've cut out of a magazine, or perhaps something you've found in a plastic bag in a wood.
We've collected together some stuff to give you some ideas, so come with us now, sit back, relax and enjoy The Gallery.
These are some football stickers that I ripped up when I was 19 in 1987. I've rearranged the names of the players there, like he's become Craig, Greg Nigel, just made that one up. Colin McTringy. Brian Clough I've left as he was there. Also, that was my idea, so don't copy it.
Here's top chef Michael Barry off of the telly, and some of the food he's prepared over his glorious career. What I like is his smiling, curmudgeonly Cornish face.
This is a photograph that I stole off the wall of the Red Lodge Transport Cafe near Norwich. It's a photograph of a singing old man. And on the back of this... on the back of this, Matthew has written, "Here is a picture of a hilarious arse."
He's right about that, Stewart, isn't he? Certainly is. This is Ian Humphreys here. If you haven't yet spoken to Ian Humphreys, he can be found at the Midland Bank in Weston-super-Mare. Either look up the number in the telephone directory, ring directory inquiries, or go and see him yourself. And however cross he gets, he will like you to talk to him. I'm sorry, but we can't return any of your pictures, because at the end of the series, we're going to screw them all up and throw them in a big burning bin. Especially if it looks like you spent some time and trouble doing them. But there will be a special I Like Fist of Fun badge, which I have made, for any that we show. Look at that.
Not your day, is it, Peter? Still, it's no use blaming them.
You look a bit sad, Rich. What's the matter?
Nothing, Stewart, nothing.
Come on, you can tell me. I'm your friend. Come on.
Oh, it's all right. I've just been reading this magazine that Rod, Hull and Emu have split up.
You like them as well, don't you?
Yeah, you know, I'm not worried about Emu, you know, he's got a good act, that'll work with anyone, you know, on his own. It's Rod.
Rod Hull.
Rod Hull,
yeah,
he worries me, because, you know, without Emu, all he is a shrieking, ginger-haired bloke lunging towards small boys' genitals with his bare hand, you know. That's just not funny in this day and age, is it?
Would have been all right in the 50s.
Yeah, it would have been good then. It would have been a top act, you know. Stu, what was that thing flashing up then, just then?
That, Rich, was part of this show's hidden agenda to establish you and me as gods of a new world order through the use of subliminal flash frame imagery.
No, Stu, because if it's a hidden agenda, you've just... you've just spoilt it, haven't you, by telling everyone that it's there? Ah.
No, because that's the thing about hidden agendas, Rich, right? They have to be partly visible, otherwise there's no point in having them, is there? See?
Oh, yeah. I always think an agenda's a bit more sexy if it's partially hidden, anyway. Perhaps slightly draped in a piece of silk.
No. What you've done there, Rich, right, is you've confused an agenda, yeah, with Julia Sawala from Press Gang, haven't you?
Yes, I have, you're right, yeah. Seems a bit mad, this God idea, though. You know, it took the Greek gods, for example, hundreds of years to become established.
Yeah, I know, but they didn't have their own half-hour show on BBC Two, did they?
I still think you're rushing it, Stu. Remember the story of the tortoise and the hare?
Yeah, I do remember that story, actually, Rich, but I failed to see what relevance the story of a tortoise being faster than a hare has to us, right? You know, it's all very well to know that in exceptional circumstances a small reptile might be faster than a fast mammal, but, you know, can you imagine any situation in which that information might have the slightest relevance?
Well, I think it's just like I was saying...
No! It's time for me to redress the balance.
Stewart Lee's True Fables.
This week, the tortoise and the man. Once upon a time, when the world was young and the fairy folk still walked the land, there lived a tortoise. And a man.
Hello.
Now, the man was jealous of the contented tortoise.
Hey, you! Tortoise! I'm much better than you know. I am. I'll prove it. I'll race you up to that old gnarled oak tree up there. That'll settle it, and we'll hear no more about it, all right?
But the tortoise remained serene, for he was wise and noble, And because he was a tortoise and therefore did not understand English, all too soon the exciting day came.
Get set.
Go on, tortoise.
The man ran off as fast as his 2 legs would carry him. But the tortoise did not move a jot. Being only a reptile, it had little or no concept of competitive sports. 3 hours later, and the man was in sight of the end of the race.
Phew! I'm miles ahead. Oh, just stop here for a breather.
Hey, look, lads, it's the man.
Hey. Right, Ian. Right. Oh, Graham, a pint of 4X if you're getting them, mate. But just the one, I'm involved in a running race with a tortoise.
A tortoise, the man? You should win that easily. The tortoise is a notoriously slow creature.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Time passed.
All right, who wants another? Oh, jeez, look at the time. I've got to go. The tortoise.
Every time it's his round, eh? Same bloody excuse.
Outside, the man looked up the road to the end of the race, and there, crossing the finishing line, what did he see? Nothing. As I explained before, the tortoise had failed to grasp that the man, or even the race, actually existed at all. Have you been listening to what I've been saying, or what? Am I just wasting my time? With his last ounce of strength, the heroic man pushed his weary body over the finishing line.
Won! I beat that stupid tortoise. I am best than it.
The story of the tortoise and the man there, and the moral of that story is that if a man were to race against a tortoise, a man would win. All right? One little tip, though, if you do turn a tortoise upside down on its back, it will just die anyway, like that.
Fist of fun.
He'll kill everyone. We've got to stop now!
Anyway, what have you been up to this week, Rich, that our viewers at home might like to try?
Well, Stu, I have been shoplifting.
Oh, yeah?
It's fantastic for 3 major reasons. 1, you get a fantastic adrenaline rush as you're running away from the shop. 2, it's a cry for help. And 3, it's most importantly, probably, it's a great way to get free stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Over here are just 3 of the things I've shoplifted today. Look at that.
Right, so that's a biro there, a Kinder Egg, and a copy of Men of Achievement 1974, yeah?
Yeah. It's a bit of an impulse one, that one, really,
right.
But there we go. Incidentally, Kinder Eggs are very good to steal because they're very small. They're very easy to palm off in the palm of your hand like that. No one would know it's there, very natural. Plus, no shopkeeper's going to be expecting a 27-year-old man to want to steal one, is he? So, element of surprise there.
That's pathetic, that. It really is pathetic, that is.
No, it isn't, Stu. You don't understand what I'm doing. By shoplifting, I'm disobeying the rules of this so-called land. I am like the modern-day Dukes of Hazzard, I am. I'm like my hero, the controversial Kill the Police rapper, Ice-T.
No. I don't think that you and Ice-T are really comparable, are you, Rich? Let's look at the facts, right? Ice-T is a lean, black freedom fighter from the riot-torn streets of the urban war that is South Central Los Angeles. Yeah. And you're a small, fat, white, middle-class bloke from Cheddar in Somerset, aren't you? In fact, your dad is an ex-headmaster, isn't he, called Keith?
Yeah.
Who's got his own caravan, hasn't he? Right? Look, there's Ice-T there, right? There. With a gun, yeah? Yeah. And there's you with a Kinder Egg. It's different, isn't it? Do you think Ice-T's dad's got a caravan, do you?
Might have.
He hasn't, I'm telling you. Do you think he's called Keith? Keith T?
Don't know, might be.
That your mum on the end there in a one-piece with a gun?
Yeah, might be. Cheddar in Somerset is a very violent place, Stu. In 1982, a mod from Weston ran amok up the gorge.
What, on his own?
Yeah.
Right.
He threw a table at my friend Brian Bancroft in the Cantonese takeaway. I mean, if that had hit him, it could have left a scar or something. My friends in Cheddar are the new unemployed, unemployable underclass of Britain today.
Yeah, Rich, but that's because your friends in Cheddar still think that electricity is the magic of the Wookiee Hole Witch, don't they?
Yeah, very funny, Stu. Today in Somerset, electricity arouses only suspicion, not fear, actually.
It's weird, I mean, you shoplifting, that is really pathetic. I mean, you're a highly educated man, aren't you? You are.
Yeah.
It just goes to show that, like, university education, you know, it can't teach you the basics you need to know about common sense and real life, can it?
Ah, but it can, Stu.
What do you mean, ah?
Ah.
A momentous day for 18-year-old Jill Edmonds as she begins 3 years of study at Britain's most famous university. A university that boasts more graduates than all other universities in the world put together. The University of Life.
During your years here, you will learn many things. Basic car maintenance, how to look after yourselves in a fight, what birds really want, worsening unemployment and inner-city decay. Who is to blame? Well, of course, it's the bloody immigrants.
It's not as simple as that. Immigrants to any culture are a small percentage of the social underclass, and thus a convenient scapegoat.
I can see you have a lot to learn, young man. But plenty of time for that later. Meanwhile, go out and have some fun.
But soon the fun and excitement must end and hard work begin.
In this essay, I should be arguing that all art is shit. Especially the stuff where you can't even see what it's supposed to be. The sources I've used are Fiesta, the Daily Mail, Chubby Brown's UFO video, and I should be quoting extensively from the arguments of Steve Wright and his posse.
Their analysis of contemporary events is very thorough, especially the girl one.
Year 2, and Jill gains a place in one of the University of Life's most popular and prestigious schools.
What do you want out of life, Jill?
I want to run my own independent film production company.
What happened? Get a f***ing grip.
You're right. I want to work at Starburger and Hammersmith like all my friends.
Excellent. You're working very well this term now, Jill.
Thank you, sir.
Not really.
Final exams at the University of Life concentrate more on practical than written tests of knowledge.
Over the town, no monkey business! Come on, quickly!
It's not a problem. It's not a problem.
Shut up!
It's not a problem!
I liked your opening. It was clear and concise. Research let you down. Even in small shots, you must expect the shopkeeper to be tooled up. Any sign of trouble, you shoot. Shoot to kill. Either in the face or the chest, as I explained in my lecture last week. I can only give you 2-2, I'm afraid.
Just get me to the hospital!
My dear girl, that is the very first place the Rossos will look. So I shall have to take it out with this rusty knife, I'm afraid.
And as Jill leaves her home of 3 years, she is older, wiser, and qualified for adult life.
I've learned that life isn't fair, that common sense is more important than reading fancy books. But most importantly, I've learned that all students are wankers. Students are wasting taxpayers' money. Look at you with your stereo and your tape.
Well, that's just about the end of the show. Just remains to thank Peter for his lovely recipes. Thanks, Pete. Wait! Get back.
Anyway, next week I'm going to be talking to you about how my own tragic and ultimately fatal addiction to various forms of Class A drugs has helped me to overcome my previous dependence on born-again Christianity.
And I will be talking to two men who became trapped overnight in a ball bearing factory. They got out all right in the morning when the security guard came round, so it was fine.
No worries there. Anyway, it's time for us to get back in our crates. Until next week, getting back in crates.
What, we have to stay in these crates until next week, do we?
Yeah, that's right.
What, do all TV stars have to do
Yeah,
this?
they have to do that, yeah.
What,
yeah.
Moira Stewart?
Yeah, Moira Stewart as well, yeah. Thanks a lot, and see you next week.
Bye. What, and there's mine?
Yeah.